Hey everyone, Nathan Hall here. Today's lesson, biology and genetics. Any science class you have, these terms will come up. You'll probably see them on the Keystone test, any other test you have to take. So that's a nice picture of my wife and daughter. So if you notice, my eyes kind of blue, kind of gray. Not sure there's really a word for the color my eyes are. My wife, brown. My daughter, brown. Man, why is that? So why isn't my daughter here? She's got some traits from me, I think, but she's a lot more like her mom. Why is that? And could my daughter, someday she's going to grow up, have children of her own? Could she have kids with blue eyes like Grandpa Nathan? We'll talk about that. So a couple more. Let's say you have two guinea pigs. White one, golden one. What will their babies look like? Where's the things that affect it? What does it mean to inherit? So another example of how we actually use this. If you like chili peppers, look at all the kinds of chili peppers there are in the world. Lots of them. A lot of types of tomatoes. Bananas. You got the plantain. You got these little mini bananas. I don't even know what they're called, but they are delicious. And you got your regular ones. Believe it or not, there are over 30 varieties of banana. And you probably ate mostly the Cavendish, which looks like this. So because of genetics, we have so many different types. For example, here's the arroz you probably know. If you lived in Africa, you would have seen this. Golden rice. A few more nutrients in them. Do you need a fancy lab? We'll talk about that. Could you have your grandchild? Can you have a child that looks more like your grandfather than you do, than he does like you? Why or why not? That's what we'll look at. So a person who discovered heredity, what we get from our parents, was an Austrian. Austria is right outside Germany. Not Australia, not the island. Austria, little country by Germany. He studied pea plants and figured, oh, traits, the way things look, inherited, come from the parents. Did lots of experiments we'll look at in a second. Look for their height, their flowers, their pods, their shapes, and other things. By the way, peas are very easy to grow. I can do it. You want to learn more about their height? So I mix them together. Important thing to note, I have a picture of the 7 dwarfs here, and hey, it's Snow White dancing with them. Shorter than usual, like these guys. So first generation, see, all regular. Well, you got yourself, oh, check that out. Usually regular, but a little dwarf one snuck in there. So that's what we're going to call recessive trait. That's going to be one of our vocabulary words. Did I just copy a slide? I think I did. So why were so many peas in the second generation tall? Why was one of the short ones tall? Why is that? So what he learned, he looked for a hypothesis, an educated guess. There had to be factors from each parent. And sometimes you can mask a trait. Could be something your grandpa has that you don't. My daughter's daughters could have blue eyes. My traits are in her. They can sneak inside. So you can see here, regular plus dwarf. Okay, all the babies are regular size. But look, there's a dwarf in there. They're sneaking in. So he's looking at genes. A gene is a unit of heredity. One of the traits you're going to have. How do we predict it? Remember those guinea pigs? Well, we use a Punnett square. Draw one square, break it up, you got it. So here, this is a Punnett square. It shows the ratio of chances. Start with a parent like this. Look, see, B. Dominant, recessive. Dominant, recessive. Dominant. Ah, like that little dwarf pea. One's going to sneak in there. So let's take a look at ratios in math. You see those in math class? Dominant, stronger. Recessive. Inherit something. Just curious what you inherited. If nothing else, you inherited 2 arms, 2 eyes. Yeah, we're not a race of cyclopses here. So it comes to genetics. A little different. We'll talk about this in life class. Women actually are a little stronger on this one. The double X gives them more resistance to genetic diseases. Quick review. We'll go over these in the live class. You'll have to match these terms down below. These will be important to know for you guys. And then the phenotype, these are good ones to know too. It's a characteristic that can be observed. How tall you are, your eye color, your hair color. If you have eye folds, that's your phenotype. Genotype, that you can't always see. So you could have, if you have eye folds, you have at least one allele for it. But you may also have one for no eye folds. Doesn't always show. Could be hidden in the genes. Dominant recessive review. So this could happen. You could have parents with brown hair that have a blonde hair daughter. And we'll review these in the live class and on the quizzes. So review these notes. Go over the PowerPoint. Questions. Come to the live class. We'll make it fun. We'll talk about you. We'll see what we'll figure out what makes you you at a scientific genetic level. That's all for now. Goodbye. I hope to see you at the live class.